Hello, gamers. I think I am going to turn down Hollow Knight a little. It sounds loud as AF. This brisk... Oh, I turned it up by accident. Hello, hello, Crescent Moon Queen. How's it going? I think that's a little better. Yeah, that seems normal. I think that seems pretty regular. Oh, interesting, bud. I didn't get to catch many of the trailers yesterday, but I'm very excited to see the back rooms. That's the next John I want to see. But I'm going to be getting into some slop here, nice and early in the morning. Oh, I can put the health bar on as well. I think I was doing a rando the other day. I did a local recording of it in case it was good that could be used for a submission, and it was not good. I couldn't sleep the other night, so I just did a regular rando. I think at one point it was just like 30 minutes of me in silence, like going through, and I was like, this sucks, I'm going to bed. Here we go. Sure. Not be hungover after a festival you went to yesterday. Hell yeah, that is quite an accomplishment. I had exactly one beer yesterday, and I had a headache from the weather. So I didn't want to drink more than that. Like, I was like, I could have drank more on account of it being the weekend, but I was like, it would just make me feel shitty, and not the fun way. I kind of want a beer right now. I feel ya. You've been awake for over 8 hours. Oof. Do you have work today, bud? We're doing IRL Euro Truck Simulator in beautiful, scenic Pennsylvania. Never work weekends? Hell yeah. Yeah, that's why you love the Boots Riley movie, because it's pro-labor, and you're pro not working on the weekend. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to put the attempts up. There we go. Okay. I think I'm just about ready to go. You love working for money under capitalism, though. You had a little more than beer? Hell yeah. I've been cutting back a lot on, as someone who spent most of my life drinking much more than just beer, I've been cutting back on that. Mainly because my hangovers have evolved. And now my hangovers, it's like the worst anxiety you've ever felt. And that's not very fun. So it's like, if I only got the physical sides of it, I would probably be drinking more. I think we're definitely going to go with Wanderer. I do like starting with the Fury Sword. But just like waking up and feeling like just horrible. I'm like, I feel that way all the time anyway. Like, I'm drinking to escape that in the day-to-day of living in 2026, you know? Also, I want to stay pretty in old age, exactly. That's also why I'm working out so much, is because I want to stay pretty. Not because of heart health stuff. Hello, Paisley2 Nevada on YouTube. But yeah, I hope you had fun. Waking up and not having a hangover when you're like sure that you're gonna have one is like the absolute best feeling. I love that shit. I wish I could bottle that shit up. Alright, something died immediately. Love a start where I get a free 1667. You wear sun gloves driving. Interesting. I'm not sure what sun gloves are, but that sounds smart. If you just drink tequila, you don't get hangers? Yeah, I remember hearing that about tequila, where it's like, it's not a depressant or whatever. So people are like, oh yeah, you don't get a hangover from it or something. UV protection for hands. That sounds very smart. The technology that's being used. Okay, iron golem. No problem. Kind of a bummer to see him here. We don't need to reset him or anything. I don't want a dark sign anyway because of the free souls. Very noticeably darker. Yeah, that makes sense. I have definitely had the weird tan of just like left arm out the window. Which looks sexy but not worth it. Sexy tan lines. Oh, that's... I mean, we gotta do that. That was a worthwhile check. This isn't a twinkling weapon, but... I like how Golem is still in there acting the fool. I wonder what's a faster way to go. He's not dropping it every time. I mean, we might also just be able to think like, okay, well, basilisks have twinkling. We don't necessarily need to fight them over and over again. Yeah, what's the new Boots Riley movie called? I remember it's the fashion one, right? Where they like steal a bunch of fashion shit. Anti-fascist fascist. Yeah. Anti-fascist fashion. I cannot say that. It's too early. I love boosters. Hell yeah. Yeah, it looks sick. I can't remember. Is Keke Palmer in that? I've been getting back into movies. Yeah, hell yeah. Keke Palmer's awesome. Did you ever see the video of Norm Macdonald talking to Keke Palmer and saying she's like the most beautiful woman he's ever seen? Yeah, no, I don't want to learn anything else about it. Hell yeah. I've never seen Sorry to Bother You, which is crazy, because I'm a longtime Boots Riley fan. And I remember when that was coming out, I was like, hell yeah, I need to see that shit. That dude rocks. And then I just didn't. So I should watch that soon. I think he's just standing there. Oh, that's funny. He wasn't active yet. I should have known that, actually. Oh, interesting. Okay. Now I just have 5 million ways to kill a CEO stuck in my head. That song's been stuck in my head a lot for the past several years. Hell yeah. I also had the terrifying realization that 5 million ways to kill a CEO could easily incorporate into like a YouTube poop or something, or like a weird mashup of Sean Astin from Lord of the Rings saying boil them up, mash them up, and stick them in a stew. 5 million ways to kill a CEO. Boil them up and mash them up and put them in a stew. It's so stupid. I gotta make that now? Yeah, I really do. God, the coup is so fucking cool. Yeah, I saw the coup open in 2006. Open for Les Claypool's Frog Brigade. And I remember being very, like, I was a dumb 16-year-old who didn't really understand the world at all. CEO is the foundation of a healthy second breakfast. So I really didn't appreciate what I was seeing. And I remember their bassist had like a 6-string bass, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I was like, I guess that's why he's with they're with Les Claypool, on account of the bass player has 6 strings. But yeah, that also makes me think Les Claypool's probably pretty cool, right? White Slab we can get later if we need to. I mean, I've always thought Les Claypool was cool for, like, music reasons. But, you know, you're never sure how people can be. Not a big Primus fan, but respect his weirdness. That's fair. I am super into, like, a couple of Primus albums, and know that if I listen to more, I will be more into them, but it was also a thing where, when I was getting really into them, when I was younger, I could only listen to so much, and it had to be, like, the familiar. Like, I listened to a lot of anti-pop in high school, which is funny. Alright, this bone wheel might fuck me up. This is, like, super not worth it. I have been one to say that in the past. Okay, he just died. Yo, what's up, Retro Gamer? How you doing? Let's see. Not gonna fuck with the Taurus Demon. I can kill this guy, at least. I can kill this guy. Maybe he'll drop some humanity. You knew a lot of Buckethead guys. That makes sense. Wow, did they never get laid? Yeah, that makes sense. I could never really get into Buckethead. The most I knew about Buckethead was, like, the song that he had in Guitar Hero, and, like, a couple of videos of him playing with Les Claypool that I thought were cool. But again, just too weird for me. I'm doing alright. Little early morning Dark Souls randomizer slop. Been wanting to do this pretty much like every morning for the past several mornings. But my cat who is named Fish. Anytime I say my cat Fish, people kind of get people unfamiliar with the game of having a pet cat whose name is Fish. They're just like, you have a cat, Fish? But Fish has been waking me up extremely early every day, getting earlier and earlier to feed him. And normally, that would be a thing where I'd be like, well, I'm simply just not going to feed him. But he is under treatment for cancer right now, so I am fully in spoil the guy mode. Giant Robot is a really good record. I do need to check out more Buckethead stuff, I think. Oh wait, is that not Buckethead? A lot of fun, Bootsy Collins. Wait, Bootsy Collins is... I'm thinking... Boots Riley. It is, okay, sick. Too many Bootsies for my sleep-deprived brain right now. Oh yeah, no worries at all. He's doing really, really well. He's taking treatment really well. There was a very scary thing at the beginning of April, I think. Where he had to get a surgery and stuff, but he bounced back, and I told him if he bounced back, he could get 1,000,000 dinners, and my god, did he actually take me up on that. The only Dark Souls game you really enjoyed was 2? Nice. That's an interesting take. I always like when games can kind of bring that out in people. I also really like 2. I like 2 more than 3, but Dark Souls 1 was my first Dark Souls game. And I think it's just always going to be my favorite. But Dark Souls 2 is just so weird and cool in a way that I think I wish From Software would do more stuff like that. But I don't think From Software is really ever going to make another Dark Souls 2. Could you imagine if they made Elden Ring 2 and they just did the same thing that they did with Dark Souls 2, where they're like, fuck it, this is our most popular game ever, we're gonna make iframes and a roll cost points. Oh, weird, my auto splitter's not working, it looks like. I just noticed it says 0 bosses. I'll just have to do that manually. Shouldn't be too hard to do that manually. But yeah, I'm a big fan of awkward, weird sequels, like baffling sequels. Okay, it looks like he's Ricard. Will he shoot me with an arrow? Oh no, he's just the Balder. He was replaced with the Balder that invades you. What are some of your other favorite games, Retro Gamer? I'm assuming you have played more games than just Dark Souls 2. given your username. Could be just a clever username, though. Wait. 5 million ways to kill a CEO. Dude, that song's so fucking good. I think my favorite song by The Coup is classic and not surprising, but The Guillotine. Guillotine is such a good song. Yo, what's up, Cosmic? I don't like this this painting guardian here, so I do want to despawn him. Speaking of Dark Souls 2, we're gonna despawn this enemy. Sekiro is your favorite game overall? Hell yeah. Did you drop something else? No. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. And the Gran Turismo series. Hell yeah. A buddy of mine was just getting really into Gran Turismo, and I had never really played it. But it seems awesome. That's kind of more of like a whole like car building sim sort of thing, right? Where you don't just like, it's not just a racing game, but it's like you unlock different parts and different cars that you can soup up and stuff. I think that's Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo might also be the series that Masahiro Ando of the band T-Square did the soundtrack of, if I remember correctly. I've never played any of the Dragon Ball Xenoverse games, but I am a big Dragon Ball fan. Okay, so what's interesting is that Pisaka there might just immediately aggro to me anytime I'm resting in Undead Berg. So I need to try and remember that, so I don't just like, hey chat, I gotta go take a piss. I'm gonna rest at the fucking Undead Berg bonfire and... Alright chat, buckle in. Gotta kill this asshole again. 88. You think you have 800 hours on Gran Turismo Sport? Hell yeah. Yeah, I feel like I could definitely get real into those games. I think at one point I was looking into if I could get PS1, like Duck Station or whatever, like PS1 emulation on my Steam Deck, and try and just emulate a Gran Turismo game so I can get really into like the older ones. Oh, you haven't listened to T-Square? Hell yeah. Well, you're very welcome, Cosmic. I just changed your life for the better. T-Square fucking rules. They're like one of the best bands of all time. If you really want to do yourself a favor, check out T-Square versus Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia is another jazz fusion band from Japan in the 80s that just fucking slay, and they would just constantly play shows with T-Square, where they would like go back and forth with a T-Square song and then a Cassiopeia song, and they would like add their own parts to it and stuff, and just absolutely fucking amazing. What song are you listening to? I'm trying to think of like someone who's never seen T-Square before, typing it into an algorithm and what comes up. Explorer. Okay, I was gonna say it might be Omens of Love. I forget the name of the song, but the Super Mario Brothers theme is basically just a T-Square song. If you look up like T-Square Super Mario Brothers, you'll see, like, you'll hear the T-Square song, and then you'll hear the thing and be like, oh yeah, that is Mario. They're like an extremely prolific band. Emulation Station? Hell yeah, I gotta check that out. Alright, Andre, what do you got, brother? Alright, I'll take that. I'll take all of that you got. I'll literally take all of that you got. Expensive poison throwing knives, but he does have a homeward bone, which is also a little too expensive for my liking. Leather boots. Oh man, Randomsome. If Randomsome was here, she would be fucking stoked to see that I got the wolf ring. The wolf ring. Chad, this is my favorite song. Not like ever, just... Okay, we got fire bombs. I am gonna want to buy that homeward bone. I'm gonna want to buy a couple of them. But yeah, I think my favorite T-Square song is called Truth. Specifically the version that they play with Cassiopeia. I think it's Truth by T-Square. Shit, it is Mario, right? Isn't that crazy? That's so good. What's even funnier about that was I had been obviously a Mario fan my entire life. Yeah, Sister Marion, that's right. And I was like a couple, I guess like 10 years ago, maybe, when I started hanging out with some new friends. They got me really into T-Square. And then it still took me like until like 2 or 3 years ago to realize the T-Square Mario connection, which is pretty funny. You know what I'm gonna do? I am gonna go back. We're gonna kill this Pisaka a couple of times, and we are going to buy a homeward bone. Because a homeward bone makes this next section like so much better. You're not too big on music? Oh, that's completely fine. I'm a big music guy. Before I started streaming, I was playing in bands all the time. Yo, Kestrel, holy shit. It is so early. Brut's so early. Brut's so early to you as well, Kestrel. Thank you so much for the 58 months. Holy shit. It's a long, long time. I really appreciate it. How you doing today, Kestrel? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, when I was in high school, I worked in a music store. I've been playing bass and guitar for most of my life at this point. Big music fan. The main reason I started playing music, though, was because of video game music. I've just been like a long-time lover of video game music. And that's like why I wanted to start playing bass. Listen to that song, very good. Hell yeah. But yeah, Masahiro Ando, I'm pretty sure worked on Gran Turismo. On the Gran Turismo soundtracks. Which is why they're so fucking good. I feel like if he's not directly related to it, I feel like he's got some connection to the Mario Kart 8 soundtrack. Because that shit is so jazz fusion. I think it's just, I mean, it's a very popular genre in Japan. And especially for racing games, so I feel like even if Masahiro Ando didn't like directly work on the Mario Kart 8 soundtrack, like I feel like it's all his influence. Ooh. Okay, so we have humanity as well. Saving it as healing doesn't really make too much sense, I think. It's the only thing to do with music that you listen to, especially Sonic. Sonic has some insanely good fucking music. I was very disappointed in the Michael movie that they didn't spend 45 minutes on Michael composing songs for the Sonic soundtrack under a pseudonym. Yeah, Mario Kart 8 music is so good. This is a good area to go through with this song playing. What is this, Green Path? But yeah, how's everyone's weekend going? Okay. A skeleton who dies. Good. Shitty little dog. Yo, I've been replaying Resident Evil 2. I think I want to start speedrunning that game as well. Which is also going to help with the emulation station on deck. Because I want to learn the speedrun on Steam Deck so I don't have to like dedicate a whole like thing to practicing it. Lego music is great as well. Not surprising to me at all, actually. I I know that the Lego games are very well regarded, even though they're, you know, like, people could be like, oh, a baby game or whatever, but the new Lego Batman looks really fucking sick. It's going. Bored? Yeah. I feel you. Being bored, like, definitely sucks. But I feel like there's worse things in the world than being bored. That is a horrible fucking room. That check. That's gonna be the Lord Vessel or something. That check sucks. I think I can attack, like, the Bone Wheel before... Dude, another Pisaka. Is that an aggro one, though? But yeah, I've been reading as well. I've been trying to just, like, brute force my way through, like, all the executive dysfunction that comes with my ADHD. And with that, I've been trying to, like, just force myself to read. I'm reading Dungeon Crawler Carl for a book club thing. Like an internet book club thing. And man, do I have opinions about that book. But I also picked up The King in Yellow, which has been a really nice change of pace from, like, the style of writing that Dungeon Crawler Carl is. Okay, we're in the Homeward Bone zone of souls that we have. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to fight Nito right now. We can also just head back instead of burning the 2K. It's so good you had to pre-order it at first sight. Hell yeah. The Lego Batman, I assume. It's definitely a change of pace. Like, first of all, Dungeon Crawler Carl is like Rural Juror levels of a shitty title. It's so, like, I get what, you know... But, my god, having to say that shit. As someone who has to say the word Carl a lot in my life, and for my entire existence, it is really hard for me to say Carl when I'm talking about Dungeon Crawler Carl. Hey, Pajo. How's it going? Pajo on YouTube says hello, Twitch chat. The most reading you've done recently was Bleach. I never got into Bleach, but I have a lot of friends who are super into it. The anime, at least. I'm sure the manga's a lot better, but... But yeah, it's very, to me, Dungeon Crawler Carl feels very much like a book that should have come out in, like, 2006, 2008. And if it did, it would have been, like, the coolest, most epic, elite thing in the world. But the fact that it came out in 2020 is just kind of baffling to me. And there's, like, a lot of shit in it that I dislike, but overall, it is enjoyable, and it is an easy read. So I can very easily kind of just turn my brain off and pound through some chapters. So it's good to, like, flex my reading muscles so that I can then read something that is extremely dry and from, like, the turn of the century of the 1900s, and is that, like... super important to horror fiction in general, like The King in Yellow. Yeah, for sure, Cass. For sure. Like, there's a lot to like about it, but it definitely, as someone who is 20 years removed from being a 15-year-old meme lord, I'm like, whew. I literally was thinking, like, holy shit. Like, it reminds me of, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of or read the book John Dies at the End. But it rings very similar to that for me, and I loved that book when I was in high school and, like, early college. And I feel like if I went back and reread John Dies at the End, I would just, like, cringe the whole time. You have trouble reading lately? Exactly the same thing for me, Keystro. Yo, Hamilton Howley. Sunday Fundy. Yo, it's Sunday Fundy. Sunday Fundy.
Ain't what she used to be.
And
take
now,
the health bar
crazy
here.
old man singers.
Old gray mare, she ain't
what she used to be.
Hamilton Halley, thank you for being an old gray mare. Hamilton Halley ain't what he used to be. It's good to see you, buddy. How you doing? You know, I didn't check what I can downgrade the Fury Sword to. Sleepy You and me both. Usually you binge read something really dry and then go back to something light for a bit. Yeah, so what I would like to do ultimately, I have a bunch of like, I have a couple of Ursula K. Le Guin books that I would really like to read. I started The Dispossessed, but like my brain was just like not capable of reading at that time for whatever reason. So I'd like to work my way up to that and like read some Philip K. Dick. And, hello, Misty Dawn Ross. In reference to previous discussions, you're sad to inform me that tequila is a depressant like all alcohol. I think I knew that as well, Pajo. Uh-huh. At least that's what your psychiatrist would say. Yeah, that's just like the thing that we like all told ourselves in our like 20s, right? Being like, oh, it's actually better for you to drink tequila. I could never really stomach tequila. I think the only time I was ever good at drinking tequila was my 21st birthday, and that's why I'm also bad at drinking tequila now. But yeah, I also have a lot of, Kropotkin. Oh, that's fucking horrible. We do have fire bombs, though, so we could at least draw them out, maybe? I don't know. Let's check Taurus Demon first. You got hella drunk on mimosas on your 21st? That sounds kind of nice, at least. You don't listen to him anyway? No. What do you think, chat? Do we kill Havel? Here's the thing. We have a really good weapon that we could lose here. Damn, almost doing 6-7, dude. Oh, nice. I did the weird, unique animation. Dude, he's trying to parry my ass. Yeah, my 21st birthday, I got hella drunk on, like, every kind of alcohol imaginable, because most of my friends are older than me. So they were just buying me shots of, like, literally one of my, like, best friends bought me a shot of 151. He just handed it to me, he's like, drink this. And I was like, ooh, what's this? And he was like, just drink it. And I was like, that seems concerning. And he was like, drink it. It just tasted like doing a shot of fucking rubbing alcohol. I was like, what the fuck was that? He was like, oh, that was 151. I was like, you fucking asshole. Okay, well, now we're fat rolling. I can't remember if Andre has a hat. 6-7. What happened to her? Yeah, what's up, Regal? How's it going, dude? So I don't love the helmet that we have. I don't love a lot of the situation that we have. But I will say, getting Havel out of the way is nice. We can get a couple more levels. I might level more Vitality, honestly. We don't have any Demon Titanite, but we do have one Twinkling, and we have a lead on where to get some Twinkling, potentially. I don't know how it works. Over-encumbered because of woke up. Over-encumbered because of cringe. Because of woke. I like how you just woke up, I'm assuming. So you're saying, instead of woke, you're saying woke up. Dude, the Mario. Holy shit, 25 stream streak. I didn't even know I streamed 25 times in my life. Thanks for keeping me honest, Verge. Phone is awful. So we're going to be doing a lot of backtracking like this, chat. It's not the most... entertaining, I guess, way to do this, but it seems pretty safe. I have a lot of souls. I could use the Homeward Bone, but I don't want to have to buy another one for 2K. I think also, I think Andre doesn't have a full stock of them. I think they'll run out eventually. Streamed at least 26 times because Twitch screamed at you for missing the last one and losing your streak. Damn, sorry about that. That might have been because I started streaming and then my shit all exploded. Oh yeah, no, for sure. I can absolutely talk about my obsession take. Also, Pajo is wondering what is 151. It is like a very high alcohol content. Yeah, no spoilies. I'll just say that like personal traumas in my life were like sort of thrown directly into my face while watching that movie. I think it's like a fun movie for teenagers who might not have had like a super bunch of like world experience. Aside from that, aside from my own personal like qualms against it, a lot of it was just extremely cringe dialogue that's like, okay, It's a Pokemon set, exactly. What's up, Kirk? No, it's just a lot of like extremely traumatic shit in my life that I don't like to think about a whole lot. Kind of just being like, feeling like it was kind of like a shock value kind of thing about it. I don't think it was done particularly well. I think like the main message of it, which is like a good message, isn't really at the forefront of it. It kind of felt like a footnote versus like, hey, check this shit out. And I think the setup of it is all very clunky. Not that I need like an airtight clunky thing for like a Blumhouse horror movie or something. Like, I'm not going to Megan and being like, you know, I don't think that it really makes too much sense that this robot girl would be doing this or something. Not in that respect. But aside from that, there's just, I think, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, but the main actress in it who plays the character Nikki, Indy Navarrete or something like that, her performance was fucking incredible. She was really, really good. I'm excited to see her in more stuff, for sure. She is like, if not for her in the movie, I would have been like, man, that felt like a waste of like almost 2 hours. But seeing her in it, I'm like, you know what? I'm glad I saw it because of that. It was a rough watch. But yeah, within the first, I'll just say this. There's a moment in the first 15 minutes of the movie during like the setup of it that I was just like, man, fuck this movie. Like, completely unnecessary. Yeah, she will absolutely win awards for that, I think. Like, there's no way. Yo, 316, Austin. Dun, 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 dun. So we were thinking of going to Taurus Demon, but maybe since I should be able to just draw this guy out, I think, without getting the other one. But yeah, I would say if I was a teenager watching it, I would love that shit. I would eat it up. I would think it's the coolest shit I ever saw. But I just think another thing, I am also looking at it in a, I think it's important for media to kind of, I don't know, I would like for media to reflect the time frame, like what's going on in the world and stuff, and it's like, it just seemed a little too bleak overall for my liking. I might just get fucked here, by the way, because we're in water and he's shooting us with... So, like, for example, like, everything in the world, and I think it's, what, a Canadian, like, indie film? Oh, yeah, for sure, and feel free to, like, message me on Discord, Cass, because I'm happy to talk about, like, all of my feelings on it, like, specifically, just not in, like, a very public forum, you know? Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, I guess shit in Canada, especially, I think he's only like 25 years old. It was a movie that while watching it, I was like, this sounds like it was written by like a 25-year-old dude. And then I looked up a picture of the guy who wrote it and I was like, yeah, no disrespect, he's a talented guy, but I think you're going to see it this week. Just go in prepared to feel fucking bad. Like, real bad and almost immediately. Yo, I'm so excited for Backrooms. Backrooms is going to be so sick. Also, the poster for Backrooms is so fucking good. It's literally just like the wallpaper there, and I'm like, that is so fucking scary. I think before the Backrooms, I want to watch all the YouTube Backroom stuff that the director did. It's less bleak than the coffee table. Is the coffee table the other Barker movie? So, it dawned on me the other day, I think the last time I felt like super bummed about a movie that I saw, and I was like, I never want to watch that again. Which is a bummer, because again, the performance in it is extremely good. Was I Saw the Devil. About like 10 or 12 years ago, I was getting really into like Korean revenge movies. Do not watch The Coffee Table? Easy. Or Martyrs. Milk and Cereal, yeah, is Barker's other movie. There's another one, I think it's called The Chair. It's like a short film. But I Saw the Devil, I was like, real fucking bummer. Like, from an artistic lens, you can be like, oh yeah, that's really like really powerful and good, but like it's just a bad time the whole time, and it's just like, ugh. Probably not going to see Obsession. Who loved it? I think so, Tantron. It is definitely like, I don't recommend seeing Obsession, but for very like specific reasons that are like trauma related. So I know that that's not the case for like 90% of people seeing it and the audience that it has. And I'm like happy for them. I'm like, damn, I would love to be able to just watch this movie and be like, this is a super fun time of like, this shit's crazy, and not just being like, oh man, this is reminding me of a dark time in my life.
Great.
Yeah, I will say, I guess Obsession is very effective, right? If it had legs, I'd kick you is another effective bummer. Let me also make sure, I don't have my YouTube chat up as readily, and I feel like I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. You didn't catch the name of the movie. So the movie I'm talking about is called Obsession. It's a new one that just came out, and it's got a lot of buzz. A lot of people really like it. I'm happy for the people who like it. It's certainly not for me. Yeah, I think it just also my like sensibilities, especially with regard to horror, have kind of changed over the years. I saw Hokum recently, and I had some critiques of that movie, but that movie fucking rocked. That movie was really good. Too much of that. Have you seen I Saw the Devil, Cass? I think if you like movies that'll fuck you up. Yeah, Hokum was really good. I really... See, it's also like seeing Hokum one weekend and then seeing Obsession the next is like watching a movie of like, you know, like Irish horror that's like very like thought out and like in your head kind of shit and like explicitly about trauma kind of thing versus like, yo, wouldn't this be fucked up? Like a kid, like an up-and-coming director kid just being like, yo, what if this shit was like this fucked up shit? Like, I might be diminishing his art or whatever, but that's just how it read to me, you know? You haven't recognized a single title here. You do not watch horror? Yeah, if you're not into horror, I definitely don't recommend Obsession. You know what happens. Yeah, it's just... read a plot synopsis for I Saw the Devil, if you're not familiar with what it is, and then just be like... You'll probably just be like, oh yeah, I will happily skip that one. You got free tickets to Mortal Kombat 2? How was it? Was it any good? Yeah, the director of I Saw the Devil has much better movies. I think, did he also do Old Boy? It might just be around... I know it's the same actor in Old Boy. What do we got? He's pogging, dude. Let's see how the damage is here. I don't think it's going to be good. I see, Bun. I don't think this is really gonna be possible, but yeah, this damage is not good. And the whole reason for doing this early... What do you think, Regal? I need my coach to give me a... It's like doable. I can't hear the song, so I don't know if... It seems doable. Is he just stuck there? Hey, how you doing, fairies? I think we bone. Yeah. I was gonna bone. I was like, yeah. If I could have started the fight the same way. If I could have started the fight the same way with that one. It's like one of those things where it's like, ugh, I know I would get to fucking Taurus Bridge. Well, here's what we're gonna do, chat. Let's go and see what is at Taurus Bridge, at least. And just see if we were, like, fully fucked. Okay, I'm just heavy forever. Yeah, we got boned alright, that's true. The action is better than the first Mortal Kombat. I am weirdly excited for Street Fighter. I think me and Hamilton Halley are going to have to go and see Street Fighter together. Damn, that was dropping a soul item too. If I could bone away. I haven't seen Mortal Kombat. So I don't have a ton of interest in the second one, but... You watch a ton of low-budget actions? Yeah, let's see what the Taurus Demon was. If it's like Gwyn or something, I'll feel better about that. What is this little pocket that I have? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I was like, why do I just have a little pocket on? Another skull lantern, okay. Weird. So we had 4 kings. We had Nito at Butterfly, which sucks. We had 4 kings at Sif, which sucks. Not the worst, because those are bosses you kind of want out of the way of, like, the critical path. That's fashionable. Yeah, my thought with the 4 kings there was that I would get hit by, like, the not sweet spot of their weapon, and I would do okay. If this is Demon Titanite, I'm sad. Okay, more Twinkling. I keep getting Twinkling when I have a Demon Titanite weapon. Obviously, Twinkling is good to have forever. Okay, let's see how let's see how good it would be against Quelaag. Because I feel like this will be fucking terrible. Oh man. Okay, so luckily, is it 12 damage exactly? It's so funny. So yeah, then we could maybe get a notched whip. Or try and, like, get her to jump off. Ah, well, listen. Sometimes you make the wrong call. We know that if I went there, I probably wouldn't have fought her if I was afraid of death. All right, chat. We're gonna re-randomize, but I do want to run the ads just to get them out of the way. You won't miss much. You'll just miss me yapping and re-rolling the seed and everything. And And then we'll start a new run. I can also start a prediction if anyone wants. So I'll run the ads. Hey, what's up, Noctis? Noctis coming in right as I run the ads. I'm like, hey, Noctis, bam! Take an ad. Oh, I should have probably deleted the file, but... Reroll seed, randomize. I feel like that was a good first seed back. It's been a little while since I've done this. I've had to focus on a lot of stuff. A lot of other stuff recently. All right. Non-believer who keeps waiting, that's a good point. Prediction. I have an idea. Will Carl kill 3 bosses this attempt? I'm gonna, while the ads are playing, I'm just gonna say, disclaimer, it's a different bet than normal. Bet accordingly, no refunds. Okay, Noctis is, I should have known Noctis would read the fine print. Yeah. I don't know how much longer I'll be streaming today, so I don't want to do like a full stream one, but let's see if we can do 3 bosses. It's been a minute since I got 3 bosses. I feel like that's a pretty fair... You know, change it up. Don't just give the doubters everything they could have ever dreamed of. I wanted to see why the auto split wasn't working, but fuck it. All right. I am not Hamilton Howley. Hamilton Howley, I can't remember if I told you, but a couple of months ago, like in like November or something, a buddy of mine who is like a film, like his brother's a film guy. We were talking about Dark Souls, and he was like, "Yo, my brother's actually working on a documentary with a filmmaker about Dark Souls and depression." He's like, "I don't know if that's, you're like a Dark Souls speedrunner. I don't know if like Dark Souls and being depressed and playing Dark Souls casually, like, is anything you can, like, relate to or something." I'm like, you literally just described my fucking personality. I was like, I played so much of this game...
We gotta win this!
Before I, Dude, all power stancing, what the fuck? I was like, I played so much of this game before, speedrunning it for that exact reason. Hey, I have those, yeah. I went and did an interview for it. I don't know if it's going to be coming out. Ugh, cleric with that is mean. I think we just do a, I think we just do this, chat. We do a, especially because this bet is about fucking, if I can kill bosses. And not just PB. So it's good to just do fucking this shit instead. But, yeah, the filmmaker of that, the guy filming the documentary, he is at Combo Breaker right now. He's like a fighting game guy. Okay, I hear electricity. We didn't get the thing that died first, but we had that same worm in that same spot the last time. So I was like, wait a second. You're like, yeah, I'm immune to all those other side effects because I already got that shit. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, that sounds scary, though. Is it Smo or Ornstein? Wait, oh, okay, it's Centipede. All right, Centipede here's a little rough. Yeah, for sure. I'm pretty much the same way, fairies. Let's talk about a real fighting game, mental health. This fucking clam, dude. So we gotta burn this. I was originally gonna hold on to this club. I should be at the club. But this clam made that... I mean, we could save the dark hand for later, but the thing is, the dark hand fucking sucks. I'm a dark hand hater. I guess we could have probably looted and then came back for this, but whatever. Mental health awareness month? Hell yeah. It is really good in the asylum. That's true. And it's like decent for clearing shit out, I guess. I just hate not having a shield. Yo, Pajo believes. Pajo's a believer, so doubters have to give some channel points to look at this fucking guy. To Pajo on YouTube. Oh yeah, I'm excited to suck Petrus for sure. The last couple of times I had Dark Hand, I kept forgetting to suck Petrus. But yeah, so the guy who filmed the documentary about Dark Souls and depression that I will be featured in, that might come out eventually someday, perhaps. Yeah, he's a big documentary guy for the fighting game scene. And he's at Combo Breaker right now. Feeling of overcoming adversity, that sometimes you need to hang in there. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I also should mention that I was on a podcast called Don't Give Up Skeleton. I was very, very lucky to be on a on that podcast with my buddy Jeremy Greer, who unfortunately is no longer with us. So I haven't gone back and listened to that episode in a while. It's kind of difficult to do that, but highly recommend that. Jeremy was a really, really wonderful guy. Had a really, really wonderful podcast. Illusory Wall has been on an episode as well. He was like a pillar of the Dark Souls community, and like on like the non-Twitch side or the non... He used to have a blog called Dark Souls Haters on Tumblr, where he just played a bunch of Dark Souls when it came out, and he would just collect all of the hate mail that he got on like Xbox Live or PSN or whatever, and just post it on Tumblr of people calling him every kind of horrible, you know, slur or whatever because he killed them with karmic justice or something like. But no, he was a very wonderful guy. At MagFest a couple of years ago, right before I did my run, I named the file after him and dedicated it to him. Any Tumblr enjoyers? I haven't been on Tumblr in probably 12 years. Now that's a name I haven't heard since they removed porn. Yeah, since Yahoo bought it. I think everyone was just kind of like, yeah, I'm done with this shit. That was kind of the canary in the coal mine, I feel like, right? With everything kind of going on with the internet now. Guys, stop talking about Tumblr porn. I need to suck Petrus really quick. They call it Tumblr because of the Dark Souls roll. Pumper's better than Tumblers. I guess we can talk to this fucking dork now. I do like his, he looks like Rudy. Heavy crossbow, you motherfucker. I knew you were gonna pull some shit like that. Whatever, we're looting, chat.
Now,
I wonder if he's gonna have a really good weapon for really expensive. Like, hey. Petrus, I take back every bad thing I ever said about you, brother. Petrus, you're pretty cool. Well, we know he has it, so maybe let's at least loot Fire Link. Easy mode seed. Yeah, it's so easy to be level 7 with an unusable weapon. Ooh, we can put on a new soundtrack, chat. Thinking maybe keeping the Hollow Knight vibes up with, Starting to feel pretty good about that last one dying. I don't really want to grab anything here, I don't think. But yeah, maybe we'll put on the Silk Song Oast next. Dude, this song's so goddamn good. Holy shit, dude. What the fuck? No one can say that it's a baby seed yet. No one can say that shit until we finish looting, because we got some really good shit here, but we could easily now lose Havel's ring. Like here. Oh, I also want to start doing this. Damn it. I didn't get it. Yeah, Calamity Ring next. We got pretty good stats, man. I do have 2 goated rings. Slumbering Dragon Crest ring is really good in this. It's not as good in regular rando. Fucking goddamn it. I mean, I think we just go for it now. He's also got the Great Club, which we can work up to. So it feels even better to buy this right now. My man does got some black firebombs as well for the most expensive I've ever seen them. Oh, right. I forgot. I gotta manually split. Mid-rolling with Havels. We might be meme rolling, honestly. Kind of swag looking though. I like that we're wearing leggings and a cool puffer jacket with a cool hat. Chat, can I... So, the bet is for this attempt. Can I get 3 bosses? That's easy money to the believers, right? I don't even know what this fucking thing... What his attacks are like. Holy shit, dude. He's gonna send one of those heads at me. So no head. I hope the head doesn't aggro the dragon butt. Does not appear to be the case. How much does this guy give me? It's a very horny seed. 5,000 is very tempting each time. That's like a lot of risk reward though. Sucked Petrus. That thing's giving us head. Other jokes. I think I can potentially jump and avoid that thing in future. Hmm? What do you got for me, brother? Give me some twinkling, you fucker. I'll take more humanity for sure.
Come back soon.
Transient Curse is useless in this. Also, how you doing, Barricade? I don't know if I said hello. I think I was just lost in the sauce. Let me see if I can change the soundtrack real quick. Yeah. Oh, it just went to Silk Song, but I just need to rewind it. Dude, this soundtrack is so fucking good. Oh, I don't know if Regal is still here. I can't remember if I told him, but I finally, chat, I have bitten the bullet. I have bitten the bullet, and I'm getting a gaming PC. There was a good deal on a Memorial Day sale. And I was able to do Affirm. For like less APR than any credit card that I have. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it, man. I'm tired of this jank shit that I got going on where my fucking stream is dying all the time. Affirm my seductive king. It makes bad decisions so much easier to make. But I will soon be, for the first time in my streaming career, I will have a good setup for streaming, if you could believe it. I know everyone watches my stream and they think, God damn, Carl's got to have some really top-of-the-line shit for the quality that we get out of these streams. But would you believe it? I have the most jank setup, maybe of anyone who has ever existed. It's kind of shocking that every time I've done like a GDQ run, there's only been one instance of there being tech issues, which like wasn't even really my fault at that point. It's how you get a lot of gear for music gear. Hell yeah. Yeah, Affirm is dangerous. But it's like, it's also like less dangerous than just any of the credit cards that I've had. You're running on what? I've gotten that a lot in my life as a tech guy. Let's do strength. I can't remember what we need for the club. When I go to the club, I want to hear the club classics. But we can try and like get Twinklin. We can try and get regular Titanite. Because that club will be very good. I was also thinking, I think in Randomizer, there might be a way for us to get infinite, wouldn't use it in this run, but I was thinking, since the one merchant always has, chunks are good. I do like having chunks. For the prompt swap glitch where we can get the negative quantity, I feel like we can do that off of the Sorcerer's Catalyst that Hot Pocket put there as the failsafe for a soft lock. 720 on YouTube. Never thought you'd have a 6 setup. Yeah, I think I do have quality controls on YouTube. I think that is more a limitation of where I stream from for YouTube. I use Restream.
If anyone needs me, I'll be in the Angry Dome.
Is this Sonic?
Eric Germ. This is my favorite game. It's called Sonic 2 and Knuckles. Okay, I don't love this. Holy shit, Eric. I can't believe I've known Eric Germ for 13 months. Thank you for the 13 months, dude. 9 in a row. How's it going, dude? Good morning. Sonic 2 and Knuckles, exactly. Yo, Frostwad, thank you for the 3 roses on TikTok. I still do not know what that means. Krobus sends her regards. Hell yeah.
Oi.
Oi. Let's go and rest because I think I'm safe from the fire in here, but we're not gonna fuck with this. We're not gonna fuck with this Drake at all. You just 3D printed a flip-flop, like one to wear. Like you're wearing the flip-flop, or like a little like a little Christmas tree ornament. Eric has been here for all 25 of my streams, exactly. Alright, we can buy this because that's a good exchange rate. Infinite Twinklin. Oh my god, dude. It kind of is a baby seat. Holy shit, dude. I guess let's just do this. Baby seed? Kinda. So the only thing is, we do have Hellkite Drake in the fucking basement. And I don't really know how to deal with that. Black Knight Halberd at Vendor is very promising if we can get this one to go deep. Easy, you don't. So it's like we have to take the real long way to get back to... Enemies looking cringe. I don't want to get night rained. Eric Germ out here printing lingerie. The other foot and then the thongs. You should listen to Cisco while you're printing that. It'll make it go faster. Look at my talisman just floating there, dude. We can check back at the asylum, I guess. Captain Benjamin Cisco. Hamilton Halley, did you see that one Instagram reel I sent you of the guy who's making fun of Hobo Johnson's tiny desk? He's like, I think I saw her panties. Cisco. That dude is so funny. Oh, is that like a Star Trek thing? I feel like that's a reference to another Cisco. Not the one who found out about a thong and then wrote the most soulful song that anyone has ever written. That thong, 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 thong. How much do we owe Cisco for popularizing the thong as a fashion accessory? I feel like that was comfortably in the time of, like, whale tail being, like, the cool look, you know? I feel like we probably owe it to Cisco. Mostly. Mostly. Oh, and you as well, Frostwad, sorry. Also send your regards. It's really hard to read TikTok chat. That's the one thing. When I get my new PC, I should get that all sorted out. Deep Space Nine, okay. In the Pale Moonlight Solid episode. I feel like all episodes of Deep Space Nine, to my understanding, are solid. Ugh, this is fucked, man. Alright, let's maybe try and go to Sif. I think we can return, right? I mean, we could always bone if we need to. Struck by the beauty of the universe. Maybe we come back there when we have fire bombs. JoeCartoon.com, Cisco a go-go. I might remember it if I saw a screen. Like, text me a screenshot of it or something. It sounds familiar, but I can't place it. It's not like other shit that we watched when we were younger. Keep an eye out for it. Site is still up. Looks like 1998. That's the ideal. So that's another thing that I want to do when I get my new PC. It's not really dependent on my new PC, but I want to make a website that looks like that. I have a NeoCities account, and I have carlgerm.com that I want to make like a portfolio, I guess, of all the dumb bullshit that I've done. Like, you know, an easy collection of, like, every, like, marathon run that I've done or whatever. All the music. You know, I'm going to steal all of me and Hamilton Halley's music and make billions of dollars off of it and cut them out of it on carlgerm.com. Yeah, right now, carlgerm.com just goes right to Twitch because I'm lazy. But I want to set up a NeoCities account that just looks like 1998. I feel like Batman or Halo. Feeling like 1998 just makes me think of the Batman or Halo thing. Gotta be careful of... Oh my god, dude. So, Baby Seed because we have a very good weapon. However... Fucking god damn it, dude. They should invent a Dark Souls game that has lock-on that doesn't suck shit from the butt. It's tempting to get another 5,000 souls, chat. I'm going to be honest. Summer 1998 reminds you of Godzilla buses. Is that when Godzilla 2000 came out? Let's maybe go to Blighttown. Because running all of that way seems miserable. Godzilla 2000 came out in 2000, so it's not just a clever name. Why were there Godzilla buses then? Blighttown's usually a little more chill. Ooh! This challenge just makes me, oh, it's gonna be extra chill as well. So I should have maybe gone to sit. Well, we don't really need what's-his-face as a merchant just yet. Shiva. Oh, okay, the other Godzilla came out in 1998. Come on, dude. I fucking, like, you saw me roll. I do not fucking roll. I'm dead. Fuck. Well, say goodbye to the baby seed, chat. I should have been looking, I guess. Answer is no. What about this one? Verge acting like he's sad when he just won channel points. I see how it is. Running it back, chat. Next attempt. Get your predictions in. I really want to know who Quaylag was. It's just one of those things where it's like, we had very good weapon options, but in order to get up to snuff to where we could use all of these weapons, we need to get through fucking Hellkite Drake. We need to get through a fucking Taurus Demon. We need to get through a fucking... Like, every way I went was terrible. This guy's gonna be chasing me now. And just, like, drop down, and then there's a fucking bloathead already attacking you. Ugh. This challenge is so frustrating. I'm, like, hoping that Quaylag is Gwen. I don't know how to do the remastered drop here. I guess we can meme roll, but... Oh boy, was that... It's like, I don't know what I prefer. Starting with a good weapon or being able to loot. I think I can just do this. Oh good, there was a fucking vagrant here as well, so it probably didn't matter. It's also funny too because, like, there's so many instances where I just want to go in a different direction. Ugh, dude, a fucking boar down here. You only know how to do the death cam Quaylag skip? No, there's like an easy way to like run onto a part of the slope that is like active. Okay, I'm hoping it's Gwen. So then I can at least be like... Dude, a fucking dragon butt here is insane, dude. It makes me feel a little better about it all. Oh my god, okay, thank god, dude. Okay, I feel much better about that. Baby seed. Bro, you got a Black Knight halberd and a Black Knight sword immediately. You have no Twinkling Titanite, you don't have the strength to use them, and it costs souls to buy them. Baby seed. Anyway, to get to fucking Sen's Fortress, you have to kill fucking Sanctuary Guardian. That was a mercy. Mercy kill. We're flushing it, chat. Flushing it. Alright. Oh, I can check and see. Edit splits. Control. How do I make it the auto? Is it just under edit? Auto splitter, there we go. All right, I'm activating it. Saying I'm activating it sounds so much more dramatic than it actually is. Scramble. All right, let's go. All right. All right. Get your bets in, chat. Will I get 3 bosses this round? What are we looking at? Ooh, baby. We're going to be a little heavy with that, but... a little heavy with it. It's a good start. Yo, what's up, Lucas? Thank you. Why is that not working now? Come on, man. Is it all fucked? Why is the timer running all weird? Whatever. Whatever. Not my fucking problem. It might not even be running weird. I don't know. Is that better? I don't know. Whatever. The end is in sight, chat. The end of the shitty setup is in sight. I forget which hand the blacksmith hammer was in. Or whatever it is. Whatever weapon we got here. I think it was in the right hand. Yeah, for sure. I'm excited to look into all of that.
Look at the Irish smile on you.
I'm excited to look into all of that, Pajo. Alright, Seath here could be pretty good if we can do it. I think the crystal is going to be behind him. It is. Can we get there now? Let's just do that first, right? Then we might actually be able to kill him through the door. Which I will do. I don't give a shit at this point. Yeah, I'm excited to really like have an actual graphics card that's good. Ghost! Thank you for the luck, by the way, Verge. Now wishing me luck because Verge is suddenly a believer. When is the new PC coming? It should be at the end of next week. When you're finally able to order the Steam Machine. Are you going to get a Steam Machine, Noctis? See, originally I was holding out to even think of getting a computer because of the Steam Machine. Because, like, the Steam Machine would be, like... for my use case, it would be really good. But with all of the indication pointing towards it being essentially the price of a PC anyway, I was like, well, why would I just get that? Oh my god. Oi. You hate to see that. Yeah, it depends on the price. From everything that I've seen, all the speculation and all the experts talking about it, it seems like it's going to be expensive as shit. It seems like it's going to be like the price of a new PC. Where if you already have a PC that's pretty good, I could see it being probably like less expensive. But I was like, if I'm going to be investing a bunch of money into some shit like that, why would I not just... Hey, idiot. Does his head take extra damage? Hey, dickhead, this is what you get for betraying your people, you fucker. You fucking class traitor. This one's for all the other dragons, motherfucker. Oh, he broke that. If it's less than 700 euros, yeah, I don't. How much is a Steam Deck, Noctis, in euro? Because I think from like what I've heard, the speculation is that it's like going to be closer to like $2,000. I'll just run straight to Seath. Cheap Steam Deck is 420 euro. Yeah. So, for example, I think the Steam... I can't even remember how much the Steam Deck was here, but... But yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, yo, if I can get all of my Steam shit on a nice little like package for like $800, so then I can do the same stream thing that I have here but not have it be like 2 laptops, then sure, that would be perfect. But all of the indicators were like being priced like a PC and not like a console, and I was like, well, if that's the case, I might as well just get a PC. But we'll see, maybe I'm wrong. On sale for like $450, 100 and the 512 gigabyte. I would like nothing better than for the Steam machine to be an affordable thing, but I don't know if affordable tech exists anymore, and if it will ever again. Oh, I love my Steam Deck as well. I've nothing but good things to say about the Steam Deck. That's why I was really excited about the Steam machine. If it's below the price of an equivalent PC, large amounts of supply will be bought by companies and not by consumers. Well, that's the other thing too, Verge. A lot of the PC companies are already able to like have warehouses full of like the RAM that is now suddenly having a shortage because of all the fucking data centers that are poisoning our water and giving us AI fucking slop.
Come back.
So because of that, I think that's why, like, explicitly that is why Valve has had to, like, pull back production on the Steam machine and pump the brakes on it. Okay. Worth it. Worth it. I see a shiny object, I need to grab it. It's also, we know that we can get those if we ever need, like, pocket souls. Steam is a machine that turns my $15 into, yeah, $0.22. Yeah, Steam Deck supply also really sucks right now. Okay, I think this is Hellkite again, which I'd prefer him here, I think. Yeah, exactly, Noctis. It's so fucking... It's like... If this was being written about in dystopian fiction, you'd be like, this shit... There's no way that that would happen. No one would let that shit happen. It's like, no, it's just the way that we all have to fucking exist. We live in the fucking... The pervert, era. Yeah, it's like everything is more expensive now, and it's gonna hit everything as well. Like, it's not just a PC problem, it's not just like a gamer problem. It is gonna hit iPhones, it's gonna hit Samsung. It's like we haven't even begun to scratch the surface of how expensive shit's gonna get. I can't help but loot, guys. I'm sorry. It's so foolish, but... You just watched the last season of The Boys and somehow it's just a documentary? Yeah, I haven't seen any of The Boys. I remember when that was like a comic and my friend was really, really into it and I wanted to get into it. But I did hear a lot of like the worst people in the world are really pissed about the ending. So it sounds like it's good. Everything is more expensive and everyone is a pervert. TV show is bad. I think I heard that as well. Just kind of shit. 1 and 2 were fine. Yeah, I remember season 1 coming out. My buddy who was really into the comics was about it, if I remember correctly. Oh, I agree, Cosmic. I think a better world is always possible, and we are very much so at a breaking point where it's like the saying of, like, the old world is dying and the new world is struggling to be born. Like, we are comfortably in that position right now, and it sucks to be in that position, but we finally have a TV show for the boys. The revolution will not be streamed. Yeah, because Hassan got subpoenaed or whatever. See, I can be topical, guys. I pay attention to the news in the streaming world. I'm just going for it. Ooh! New opportunities and exciting times. I did feel that way. Weirdly, I had like a weird optimism in 2020. Because I was like, well, this is clearly like the worst that things could ever get. So it's all going to be up from here. And maybe now the case can be made to not just dump a shit ton of fucking money into a defense budget that is just used to like bomb places. And instead, you know, put that towards, you know, healthcare shit. Seems like it really easy to make that case to politicians. Like, hey, maybe we should have things that don't suck. So we're not going to go here because of the fucking Hydra. Maybe we'll get some twinkling out of this. We can go to Sif. I think we have to kill Hydra. Like, we can fight on the bridge with Hydra there, but that just limits it so much. 6 years later, boy, I was wrong. It's very depressing to think about. But I think at the same time, things have gotten so much worse that more and more people are affected by it. And now, like, everyday normal people who don't really think about, like, the shit that I have to think about all the time with all of this are now being outraged and being, like, active against it. You know what I mean? Okay, so he's the thief guy. Which gives me hope. That does genuinely give me hope. So we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. I'm sick of having my entire life, all 36 years on this earth, living through interesting times. When I was born, it was like the end of history. As in, like, oh, nothing bad will ever happen again. Like, oh, we've solved the problems. It's the end of history because now we're just in, you know, nice times. And then it's just been nothing but interesting times, like quote-unquote interesting times. Yeah, during the... Exactly. This guy, he wants to kill another run, chat. He wants to take your channel points. Yeah, I feel ya. I feel ya, Noctis. But it is crazy, the shit that we're living through constantly. I wonder. It's the kind of thing, there's the joke where I used to be like super into like aliens and stuff, like really interested in all of that stuff. Alright, what's going to be in here? Gargoyle? Sanctuary Guardian? Gargoyle. Gargle. It's Gargamel. I used to be really interested in that, but there's that webcomic or whatever where it's like an alien talking to a guy. And he's just like, wait, aren't you freaked out that I'm here? And the guy's like, I got a lot of shit going on, man. It's really how I feel. I think it's also kind of telling with regard... Yo, look at that exchange rate, dude. I think it's very telling that, like, the Trump administration has been, like, posting AI images of Trump walking with, like, an alien and shit, and it's like, yeah, that shit, if that shit ever was real, it is certainly not now because of this. Like, that is a sure sign indicator that that shit is fake as hell. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't, like, kept up with any of that stuff in many years. Another 2,000 Homeward Bone. See how it all pans out? I mean, they could fucking... I would love for them to fucking do something, you know? Deep faking aliens to just get people to not think about Iran or Epstein. Yeah. It's so fucking... It is funny that, like... I feel like the Trump administration coming to power was very dependent on... Literally, like, directly on 4chan. And how it was, like... And the Gamergate sickos and shit. And it's like, he's the gamer president. Look, here's Halo, like, saluting him or whatever. Like... And... There has never been a worse time in video games explicitly because of the actions of this fucking idiot. It's like... It's so, like... I would call it poetic, but I would feel like that would be giving it, like, too much credit. Of just how often this fucking dude is just... He's such a grifter. That it's just like, oh no, I'm the guy who's gonna actually help you. Like, I'm the working class guy. Yeah, I'm a fucking billionaire, but I'm the working class guy that everyone should vote for if you're working class. I'm here for you. And then it's just like everything that he says goes the opposite direction because it benefits him. Because of course, why the fuck wouldn't it? And why are people still falling for it? Alright, chat. Where are we heading? I guess we can head to Sif. We know Taurus Bridge is kind of out of the equation because of the fucking Hydra. I think there's part of that, Noctis, but I think it's also... Everything with... Like, if you're speaking specifically about Kamala Harris, there's a lot of shit that goes into all of that as well. That sexism for sure played a part. Racism for sure played a part. But also, Kamala Harris has never won a primary. And this isn't me saying, like, she was less qualified for the position than Trump because of this. That's not at all what I'm saying, but for a solid 4 years, when Biden was elected, the whole thing was like, he will not run for another term. He is not going to run for another term, and we'll prep someone else. And everyone else that they prepped was dog shit. And then in the 11th hour, they were like, no, Biden's actually never been better. And, like, everyone was watching and being like, this dude is, like, out of his fucking mind. Like, he's not there. He has all of these health things. And then suddenly they were just like, okay, well, they waited until after he could be primaried and after, like, there could be an alternative. And then suddenly it was just like, oh, no, outside of the convention and all of that, we're just deciding that it's going to be Kamala. It's like, I don't know if they were waiting for Biden to, like, die, and then she would be, like, the default choice, like, in that way anyway. But more so than that, I think what really was a deciding factor was that she, everyone was very, very unhappy with Biden, and she basically was like, yeah, I'm gonna do, like, nothing different. And people were unhappy with Biden because at the start of his fucking campaign, he had a meeting with a bunch of billionaires and said, if you vote for me, nothing will fundamentally change. So having her also kind of come in and just be like, oh yeah, so everything has been bad. Nothing had fundamentally changed. There's also a fucking vagrant Dark Wraith here. Nothing will fundamentally change. Again. It's like I've been following this pretty closely for a while, so it's like I can totally understand seeing it in that light, and I think you're right that that is definitely a factor of it, but it's also like it takes the fucking bare minimum in America right now to just be a candidate that has like some slightly progressive things going for it, but the Democratic Party does not give a shit about winning. They give a shit about keeping the status quo. And with the status quo, they could have another really disastrous 4 years of a Republican presidency where they can then skate by offering nothing. And they have done that. That's what's called third way politics, where this all started with Clinton. I'm not saying Hillary Clinton either. This all started with like Bill Clinton, where they were like, there has to be a third way to do politics. There has to be a way where we can be a lot more bipartisan. We can have conservative, literally like the fiscally conservative, socially liberal. They're like, we can have more liberal kind of things in ways that matter, like with gay rights or something. We can be more liberal about that, but we'll be more like conservative in other things. So it's the third way politics then, and Clinton won big, and he was kind of the face of the Democratic Party for a while. And then they were just kind of like, we just have to do that forever. We just have to constantly not shake things up. We have to have a big tent in the Democratic Party that can have people from all walks of life and that aren't just Republican. But we need to reach across the aisle. I mean, Joe Biden's whole fucking thing was that he was the guy who would reach across the aisle. Yeah, neoliberalism, exactly. Like, explicitly neoliberalism. Yeah, exactly. Okay, the vagrant's gone at least. But, I mean, like, so if you're looking at American politics right now and who, like, the big name is for, like, what's likely to happen in 2028, it's all being shifted to, like, Gavin fucking Newsom, who is a horrible piece of shit. Because they're just like, well, you know, he's... Oh my fucking god, dude. I'm surprised these guys want to kill this run so badly. It's like... The speedrunner's curse of being, like, talking about very topical and, like, political shit. It's like, oh, that's when I'm gonna get a PB that lives on the leaderboard forever. But Gavin Newsom just, like, goes around, like, with his bare hands breaking down homeless encampments. Instead of, like, doing anything to maybe help homeless people, he's just like, I fucking hate homeless people. And the Democratic Party's like, this is our guy, and we have to start ceding that ground immediately and just start asking everyone, will you vote for Gavin Newsom? It's like, it's fucking 2026. We are still, like, a year and change out from an election cycle. And if I tell you no, they're going to say, oh, so you just want MAGA to win? Which is, like, the same shit that they've been doing for the past fucking decade. They're like, we're not going to actually offer you anything better than, we're better than the worst. And after, like... an entire, like, the entirety of American history being the lesser of two evils. Yeah, vote blue no matter who, but if it is Bernie Sanders, we will vote Republican. It's like, vote blue no matter who, but only the Democratic Party endorsed blue. Like... It literally rules for thee, not for me. Oh yeah. Anyway, Dark Souls, guys. I could talk about this shit, like, endlessly. I've always been very open about my stance on shit. In that I'm like, hey, I think it'd be cool if all the people I cared about had rights. And it's very disappointing that, like, the supposed, like, opposition party is always kind of just like, now is not the time for that. We actually have to focus on winning. And then it's like, okay, well, you won. Now what? And they're like, okay, well, we can't do anything because we don't want to be too radical. We don't want to, you know, we simply can't seat a Supreme Court justice when we have every fucking right to in this term, because it doesn't look good. We'll just have to win the next election and then seat a justice. And then Mitch McConnell's just like, oh yeah, by the way, like, I'm just gonna do everything that the that I blocked Democrats from doing. PB when? I think it's this run, Frostwad, because I'm talking a lot of politics. You got like 5 and they're all shit. Exactly, Noctis. It's like there's like not really a good solution other than like it would be cool if politics didn't just have the most psychotic people on the planet attracted to power be the only ones who can attain that power. This is the lucky run. Yeah, this is the... I think I have been forgetting to update the attempts. We had like 3 attempts today. Newsom is another puppet. You pay him, shape opinion and politics. Exactly. He's like, I guess he's charismatic to most people who don't really pay attention to... He's like a good-looking guy. He's like on the cool podcasts or whatever. But my fucking God. It's like every single election of the past, like, probably like at least like 3-4 cycles could have easily been a fucking layup for the Democrats, but that would have meant that they would have had to do something like Medicare for all, which they're just too in the pocket of insurance agencies to be able to go for that. That sounds amazing, Frostwell. We should get that. FOMO coffee flavor? Disappointing. What is that flavor, Zia? Yeah, single payer. Like, in 2016, I went canvassing for like a local election in my hometown for a candidate that was running on the platform of Medicare for All. And I went to a very Republican area and talked about it for like a socialist candidate. Like an explicitly like endorsed by the DSA like socialist candidate. And I talked to some like Republican voters, and most of them were just like politely like, no, I don't want to talk about that, and like closed the door. And it's like, okay. But like the ones I talked to like an older guy who had just become eligible for Medicare. And we were just like, okay, so how do you like Medicare? He's like, I like it. I think it's great. And I was like, yeah, don't you think it should be like an accessible thing for more people? Like not just... And he was like, yeah, I think that would be great if that was the case. Like when you boil shit down to the basics of it and don't get all into like the politics of it, people will usually agree with like, hey, I think that my neighbors should have a chance at being able to live. I think that like everyone in my neighborhood should be able to afford to feed their family. And then you get like these assholes being like, well, who's going to pay for it? It's like, I don't know, maybe the fucking billionaires who can't spend the amount of money that they have in their lifetime anyway, that is just sitting there. Yeah, I think we should be able to have clean water. But I do think a lot of politics is, like going back to the original thing that brought this up, I think a lot of politics is, I don't have to think about it until it affects me or someone I care about. And the hopeful thing about how horrible everything is right now is that, look at this pervert. This guy should be running for office, right? Am I right, folks? The hopeful thing is that everyone is affected now. Everyone is extremely affected. So in that way, it's like you can just have normal conversations with people and be like, well, here's where I'm coming from and why I believe what I believe. And if they're not just a full, like, cult of personality obsessed person, you can actually have, like, a decent conversation with them and be like, well, yeah, I think... And if they're like, who's going to pay for it? It's like, I don't know. I mean, how is that even a legitimate question anymore with, like, ballrooms and settlements and all the other shit that's going on? It's like... Or you can just point at New York City and, like, the tax that, like, Mamdani just, like, passed, which I know people would get really pissed about that, but, like, I don't know, taxing people who have properties in the city but don't live there, taxing them a little more and being able to balance the budget. And not, like, earth-shatteringly. What the fuck? I think I'm safe. Taurus Demon's like, I will not let this be the run. He's got the stone helm. Alright. Surely, after all of the runs today and all the shit that's happening, we deserve, like, Asylum Demon here, right? Yeah, exactly, Pajo. Like, it's crazy how that has become just, like, politics in a nutshell. Who we got? Is this Nito? Nito is also going to be pretty sus here. We might be able to get him without the skeletons. No, the skeletons are active immediately. I wonder if we do this. I'm quitting out because fuck it. I would just be homeward boning anyway. I just want to check something for research. I don't think we're going to fight him here anyway. I simply don't care. But I wonder, is he going to be far enough back that the skeletons don't aggro? But he does. Wait, that's the texture stretch. We can see how this is, but I think we're just going to leave. I'm glad we can hear the scream, though. This is, like, incredibly scary, actually. Come on, dude. Oh, good. That still hit me. I'm very glad that that still hit me. That was all for research, chat. Okay, that sucks. I guess Taurus Demon? Well, no, Taurus Demon is Hydra cursed. Can we even get to the bridge from... I feel like we have to go through... Well, no, we can go... We can get to the bridge, I think. No, I guess we have to... We just have to fucking deal with that, right? I guess let's go to... Taurus has Hydra on the bridge. So I don't want to do that. Let's just go back to... we can also go to Blighttown, but... We can at least... Oh my god. I thought I was just dead there. Alright, Blighttown it is, I guess. That's... I'm gonna trust... Very scary. Go back and fight him. No, no. Hell no. Oi. Okay. I guess Blighttown. It's funny when, like, Blighttown is the most chill option that you have. I'm trying to think of how I can get to the Hellkite Bridge before Taurus. Is that even possible? Is that, like, through the rat sewer or whatever? Can you do that? I forget how that gate works. I, like, never use that gate. Oh, let me bring this back up. Polite town. Forget, did I upgrade this? I did. Forget what this guy's got.
Come back soon.
Nothing in particular. He's got a brass helmet, but... I think the Baronique Knight gives me a decent amount of souls. Easy to kill. I have not once had a Vagrant drop something for me. They supposedly only drop humanity, but I've never had them drop humanity. Cinema? Ugh. So how's everyone doing? How's everyone's morning? How's everyone's time zone? Boring day today. Lovely rain outside. Yeah, I'm excited to read a little bit today. Might play some more Slay the Spire as well. I'm so bad at Slay the Spire. It's fun though. It is a fun game. There's another run-killing enemy just right there. Boring is better than most things. I fully agree. Boring can suck, though. I feel lucky that I've been, like, incapable of being bored. Ugh. Both of those enemies suck shit. I guess I don't need to... Been playing Stardew Valley all week. Grinding the community center money, bundles of money. Ah, so you're in what, year 2? And you don't have the greenhouse yet? I always, like, fast track to try and get the greenhouse. Summer year 2. The greenhouse is so nice. I guess you really only need it in winter, but... Shoutouts to the dog. Got that dog in me, and it's that dog. You had no idea what you were doing year 1, yeah. No greenhouse first winter in Stardew is rough. That's like everyone's first playthrough, though, for sure. That's absolutely how mine was. I think I just... Yep. I think I have some decent humanity, right? Oh, Shiva's here. Right. Pervert. I forgot how much of a pervert he is. More humanity. I'll buy that. Slow Proud Knight, not worth it. He's got Greatsword. Mask of the Father is tempting, but we'll save that for if we get...
I see. You have...
I see. Dragon Butt, of course. I think if I go on the left side, or the right side, it will aggro. That's nuts, Barricade. You finally got a horse? Which farm did you start with, Zio? Alright, there's a lot of bullshit over here, actually. I think I can just avoid it all. God, I missed the Slumbering Dragon Crest Ring. Standard farm? Going anywhere on foot is miserable. Yeah, it's like once you like start doing like future runs of Stardew Valley, you're gonna be like, okay, I need to get the mine carts as fast as possible. I need to get the greenhouse as fast as possible. All right, chat. Surely we're not gonna have a fucking horrible boss. We got 8 Estus. We'll get a free bone if we kill this. Don't be Gwyn. Don't be Gwyn, for fuck's sake. I wish it was Taurus. Oh, I guess it's... I thought it was Manus. I thought it was Manus. Yeah. All right. Well, let's go see what Stray Demon is. It is nice to know that it won't be Manus. I mean, we'll be able to check. Oh, I thought Petrus had midriff showing. I thought everyone in the seed was being a little slutty with it. I don't know why I'm going this way. Yo, what's up, Reevy? Carmool. I wish. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Reevy. Let me snooze the ads here. How's it going, Reevy? Dude, that is so sketch with this equipment load. I fucking hate this game. Oh, yeah. I appreciate the positivity. What kind of shit are we holding here? We have so little of anything. We've just been walking around for 40 fucking minutes. Okay, so Taurus Demon Bridge has the Hydra shooting at us from Hellkite Bridge, which is very cursed, and I don't want to fuck with that. Manus is Quelaag. Nito is Sif. I guess we didn't check Butterfly. Butterfly is seeming kind of appealing. Demon Tree. Demon Tree. I don't know what hollow this is. I guess we can kind of just do this. Gwendolyn? Gwendolyn wouldn't necessarily be the worst there. I hear a dragon butt somewhere. A dragon butt that I can't see is a good way to get fucking one shot. Just going for it here. It's gonna be like in a cell or some shit. We gotta also be careful of the Black Knight. Drake. About to just drop in. See, if I drop in... Oh, that's what the enemy is. If I just drop in... I think it might be Ceaseless. Ah! Very hard to see little skeleton. I think what we hear is not a dragon, but I think it's Ceaseless. Honestly, at this point... Oh no, it's Fire Sage. That's... Well, chap, what did we learn today? Nothing. But I'm getting hungry. Want some breakfast. I think I will be streaming around this time tomorrow. It's Memorial Day. I should have went down and checked. That was definitely on me. But I'm getting kind of hungry. I'm going to go and eat something. I think I will be streaming tomorrow around this time and probably for a little while. It's a holiday. I have off, so it might be a nice long day of slop tomorrow. An early, long day of slop tomorrow. That wasn't fair. I really should have... I should have checked. That one is definitely on me. I could have checked down there. But, like, literally, that seed... We would have to beat Matt. Like, we would have to get a decent enough weapon before Sens in order to beat Manus. So, that was going to be pretty rough anyway. So, it might have been a mercy kill there. Can't even kill 3 bosses, man. Crazy. Should have fought Nito. Nito would have killed me. Nito would have been fine without the skeletons. But with the, even though there was only one that was, like, just the way that he is in that arena. Like, having to run away from his blast, getting one of the skeletons there, like, it's... I wasn't doing enough damage to make it really worthwhile, and he could one-shot me. Because what could happen is I would have to attack the skeleton, and as I'm going to attack the skeleton, he uses the toxic attack on me. Is what it is. Unfortunate. But that's the way that this shit goes. Yeah, exactly. It was like... We don't want this this conversation to be in the VOD. In the VOD that people might watch if I beat it. But yeah, let's go find someone to raid on Twitch.
See what it's like these days.
Oi. Shut up. Who is streaming on Twitch? Let's throw it over to Kamul. More Dark Souls. If you guys want to see good Dark Souls, non-slop Dark Souls from an expert and master, go say what's up to Kamul. Kamul is doing some all bosses speed runs. Go wish him luck. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I think we'll have a nice long day of slop tomorrow. Non-slop Dark Souls? There is. You just gotta watch Kamul for that. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye. Bye.